Have you ever wondered why everything seems harder after 40? Why your energy crashes by afternoon? Why that morning jog leaves you breathless? Or why your blood pressure numbers keep creeping up despite your best efforts? Here's something your doctor probably hasn't told you. There's a single molecule in your body that controls your energy, your circulation, your heart health, and even your mental clarity. And after age 40, your body produces up to 50% less of it. This molecule is called nitric oxide, and today, you're going to discover exactly what it does, why you're losing it, and most importantly, what you can do to get it back. I'm going to share some scientific truth with you today, but I promise to keep it simple. No medical jargon, no confusing terminology, just clear, practical information that could genuinely change how you feel every single day. The decline in nitric oxide isn't just about getting older. It's about understanding what's happening inside your body at a cellular level, and then doing something about it, because here's the good news: this decline isn't inevitable. Your body is remarkably adaptable, and there are natural, proven ways to boost your nitric oxide production back to healthier levels. Over the next 15 minutes, we're going to explore the science behind nitric oxide, the real reasons why it declines after 40, and the practical strategies you can implement starting today. Some of what you'll hear might surprise you. Some might challenge what you thought you knew about aging and health, but everything I'm sharing is backed by research, and more importantly, it's actionable. By the end of this video, you'll understand your body better than most people ever will, and you'll have a clear roadmap for what to do next. Let's begin by understanding what nitric oxide actually is, and why it matters so much to how you feel every single day. Nitric oxide is a gas that your body produces naturally. Think of it as your body's internal communication system. Every single cell in your cardiovascular system uses nitric oxide to send signals. It's the molecule that tells your blood vessels when to relax and open up. When you were younger, your body produced nitric oxide efficiently. Your blood vessels stayed flexible and responsive. Blood flowed easily to every organ, every muscle, every cell that needed oxygen and nutrients. This is why you have more energy, better stamina, and faster recovery. You could push yourself physically and bounce back quickly. You could think clearly even at the end of a long day. You simply felt more alive. But here's what changes after 40. The endothelium, which is a thin lining inside your blood vessels, starts to age. It becomes less efficient at producing nitric oxide. At the same time, an enzyme in your body called arginase becomes more active, and it breaks down the building blocks your body needs to make nitric oxide. It's a double hit. You're producing less nitric oxide than you used to, and what you do produce gets broken down faster before it can do its job. The result: your blood vessels become stiffer. They don't open up as easily when your body needs more blood flow. This affects absolutely everything. Your heart has to work harder to pump blood through narrower, less flexible vessels. Your muscles don't get oxygen as efficiently during physical activity. Your brain doesn't receive the blood flow it needs for optimal function. Even your skin and extremities receive less circulation, which is why so many people over 40 complain about cold hands and feet. This is why so many people over 40 experience chronic fatigue, elevated blood pressure, cold hands and feet, mental fog, reduced exercise capacity, and slower recovery from physical activity. It's all connected to nitric oxide decline. Now, before you think this is just another inevitable part of aging that you have to accept, let me tell you something important. In 1998, 3 scientists won the Nobel Prize in Medicine for discovering the role of nitric oxide in cardiovascular health. Their names were Robert Furchgett, Louis Ignarro, and Farid Murad. Their groundbreaking research revealed that this simple molecule was actually one of the most important signaling mechanisms in the human body. Since then, thousands of studies have been conducted on nitric oxide, and the research consistently shows something remarkable: you can influence your nitric oxide levels. Your lifestyle, your diet, your daily habits, these all play a massive role in whether your nitric oxide production declines rapidly or stays robust as you age. This isn't some fringe theory. This is established science that has been validated by decades of research at major universities and medical institutions around the world. Let's talk about what healthy nitric oxide levels actually do for you in practical, everyday terms, because understanding the benefits makes it much easier to stay motivated about making changes. First, cardiovascular health. Nitric oxide keeps your blood pressure in a healthy range by allowing your blood vessels to dilate. naturally when needed. It prevents platelets in your blood from clumping together unnecessarily, which reduces the risk of dangerous clots forming. It also protects the delicate lining of your arteries from inflammation and oxidative damage that can lead to atherosclerosis. Think about what this means in real life. Healthy blood pressure means less strain on your heart with every single beat. It means reduced risk of heart attack and stroke. It means your doctor isn't constantly adjusting your medications or warning you about cardiovascular disease risk. Second, energy and stamina. When your muscles receive adequate oxygen-rich blood, they perform better and recover faster. This isn't just for athletes training for marathons. This is about being able to play actively with your grandchildren without getting exhausted. This is about climbing stairs without getting winded. This is about having the energy to enjoy your evening instead of collapsing on the couch. The moment you get home from work, when nitric oxide levels are optimal, your muscles can work more efficiently. They produce less lactic acid during exertion. They recover faster afterward. You simply feel more capable in your body. Third, cognitive function. Your brain is incredibly hungry for oxygen. It uses about 20% of your body's total oxygen supply, despite being only 2% of your body weight. When nitric oxide levels are healthy, blood flow to your brain remains strong and responsive to your brain's changing demands throughout the day. This means better focus and concentration, clearer thinking and faster mental processing, improved memory, both short-term and long-term, reduced brain fog that so many people over 40 accept as normal but really isn't. Your cognitive function is directly tied to cerebral blood flow, and cerebral blood flow depends on nitric oxide. Fourth, and this matters to many people even though it's not always discussed openly, sexual health. Healthy sexual function absolutely depends on adequate blood flow to reproductive tissues. This is true for both men and women. Nitric oxide is the primary mechanism that allows for proper blood vessel dilation in these tissues. When nitric oxide declines, so does function in this area of life. Many people don't realize that the same vascular health that affects their heart and brain also affects their sexual vitality. Fifth, immune function. Research has shown that nitric oxide plays a role in your body's defense against pathogens. It helps your immune cells function more effectively. When nitric oxide levels are adequate, your body is better equipped to fight off infections and recover from illness. Now, here's where it gets personal. Many people over 40 start experiencing these symptoms and simply accept them as getting old. They reduce their activity levels because everything feels harder. They stop doing things they love because they don't have the energy anymore. They watch their blood pressure medications increase year after year, while feeling progressively worse despite the medication. They blame themselves. They think they're not trying hard enough or being disciplined enough. But what if these symptoms aren't just about age or willpower? What if they're about a specific, identifiable deficiency that can be addressed? The research suggests this is exactly the case. Multiple studies have shown that improving nitric oxide bioavailability leads to measurable improvements in blood pressure, exercise capacity, cognitive function, and overall quality of life in people over 40. This has been demonstrated repeatedly in peer-reviewed research. This isn't about reversing time or chasing some impossible standard of youth. It's about optimizing how your body functions right now, today, at the age you are. It's about feeling like yourself again. So what can you actually do about this? Let's start with natural strategies that boost nitric oxide production. These are things you can implement without spending money, without seeing a doctor, starting as soon as today. Strategy number 1, exercise. Specifically the right kind of exercise for nitric oxide production. Your body produces nitric oxide in response to increased blood flow through your vessels. When you exercise, especially with moderate cardiovascular activity, you create what's called shear stress on the vessel walls. This is a mechanical stress that occurs when blood flows faster along the endothelial surface. This shear stress signals your endothelium to produce more nitric oxide. The key word here is moderate. You don't need to run marathons or do intense high-impact workouts. Brisk walking for 30 minutes counts, cycling at a comfortable pace counts. Swimming, dancing, any activity that gets your heart rate elevated moderately and keeps it there for 20 to 30 minutes. Consistency matters more than intensity. 4 to 5 times per week gives your body regular signals to maintain nitric oxide production. Your body responds to consistent demand by upregulating production. Think of it as training your cardiovascular system to produce what it needs. Strategy number 2, dietary choices that directly impact nitric oxide levels. Certain foods are rich in nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide through a fascinating process. Leafy greens are at the top of this list. Arugula is actually the highest nitrate-containing vegetable you can eat. Spinach, kale, lettuce, and Swiss chard are all excellent sources. Beets are particularly powerful. The deep red color actually indicates high nitrate content, and studies have shown that beet juice can lower blood pressure within hours due to this nitrate content. Here's an interesting tip that surprises most people. Don't use antiseptic mouthwash regularly. If you're trying to optimize nitric oxide, the bacteria in your mouth actually play a crucial role in converting dietary nitrates into nitrite, which then gets converted to nitric oxide. When you kill these beneficial bacteria with strong mouthwash, you interrupt this conversion process. Research has shown that using antibacterial mouthwash can eliminate the blood pressure benefits of nitrate-rich foods. Simple brushing and flossing is sufficient for oral health without destroying the bacteria you actually need. Strategy number 3, foods rich in the amino acids L-arginine and L-citrulline. These amino acids are the actual building blocks your body uses to manufacture nitric oxide. Your body converts L-arginine into nitric oxide through enzymatic processes. L-citrulline gets converted into L-arginine first and then into nitric oxide, which actually makes it more effective in some ways because it bypasses certain rate-limiting steps. Watermelon is one of the best sources of L-citrulline. Nuts and seeds provide good amounts of L-arg. Inini, legumes like chickpeas and lentils are excellent sources. Poultry and fish contain these amino acids as well. Including these foods in your regular diet gives your body the raw materials it needs to produce adequate nitric oxide. Strategy number 4, manage oxidative stress in your body. Free radicals, which are unstable molecules produced during normal metabolism and increased by stress, poor diet, and environmental toxins, actually break down nitric oxide before it can do its job. They scavenge and neutralize nitric oxide molecules, reducing their availability. Antioxidants neutralize these free radicals, protecting your nitric oxide. Vitamin C is particularly effective at this. Vitamin E plays an important protective role. Polyphenols from berries, dark chocolate with high cocoa content, and green tea all help protect your nitric oxide levels from oxidative degradation. Strategy number 5, sunlight exposure, which has a direct effect on nitric oxide. This one surprises people because they don't realize the connection. When UV rays from sunlight hit your skin, they actually trigger the release of nitric oxide from stores in your skin directly into your bloodstream. This is independent of vitamin D production. This is one reason why blood pressure tends to be measurably lower in summer months and higher in winter, even when controlling for other factors. 15 to 20 minutes of sunlight exposure several times a week can make a measurable difference in your nitric oxide levels. Obviously, you need to balance this with skin cancer risk. So we're not talking about hours of exposure or getting sunburned, but moderate, regular sun exposure is beneficial for nitric oxide production. Strategy number 6, breathe through your nose instead of your mouth. Your nasal passages and sinuses actually produce significant amounts of nitric oxide. When you breathe through your nose, you carry this nitric oxide into your lungs with each breath, which improves oxygen absorption and has systemic effects throughout your body. Mouth breathing bypasses this benefit entirely. You're literally leaving nitric oxide on the table, so to speak, during exercise, during sleep. Throughout your day, nasal breathing matters more than most people realize. If you're a chronic mouth breather, especially during sleep, you're missing out on this continuous source of nitric oxide. Many people who switch to nasal breathing report better sleep quality, more energy, and improved exercise performance. These strategies work, they're backed by science, and they're completely free. But here's the reality. They require consistency and lifestyle changes that not everyone can implement immediately or completely. Life gets busy. Habits are hard to change sometimes. Despite your best efforts, your body needs additional support. This brings us to supplementation. Sometimes, despite your best efforts with diet and lifestyle, your body needs additional support to restore nitric oxide levels to where they should be. This is especially true if you're already experiencing significant symptoms of nitric oxide deficiency, if you're over 50 when the decline is even more pronounced, or if you have existing cardiovascular concerns. There are specific supplements designed to support nitric oxide production. The most effective ones don't just use a single approach. They combine multiple mechanisms to support your body's natural production. They typically include beetroot extract, which provides dietary nitrates in concentrated form. They provide L-arginine or L-citrulline as the amino acid building blocks. They often add antioxidants like vitamin C and vitamin E to protect the nitric oxide. Once it's produced, some advanced formulations also include ingredients like hawthorn berry, which supports cardiovascular function, or aged garlic extract, which has been shown to improve endothelial function. The best formulations are designed based on the actual research, not just marketing trends. When you're considering supplements, quality matters enormously. You want products that have been tested for purity and potency by third-party labs. You want appropriate dosages based on actual research studies, not just minimal amounts included for label claims. And you want formulations that support your body's own production, rather than trying to replace it entirely or override your body's natural regulation. The advantage of a well-formulated nitric oxide supplement is consistency. While you're working on improving your diet and exercise habits, and you absolutely should continue working on those things, a quality supplement can provide reliable daily support. Think of it as a bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. Many people notice changes within 2 to 4 weeks of consistent supplementation. Better energy levels throughout the day, improved exercise tolerance and faster recovery, a general sense of feeling more like themselves. Again, more like they remember feeling years ago. Blood pressure readings often show improvement as well. Though you should never change or stop medication without consulting your doctor. Here's what I want you to understand clearly. This isn't about buying a magic pill that fixes everything while you continue unhealthy habits. Supplements are one tool in your toolkit. They work best when combined with the lifestyle strategies we discussed. But for many people over 40, they provide the additional support that makes a real, noticeable difference in how they feel and function every day. So, where does this leave you right now? You now understand what nitric oxide is and why it matters so profoundly to your health and vitality. You know why your levels decline after 40 through multiple mechanisms. You have practical strategies you can implement starting today. And you understand that supplementation is a valid, science-backed option for additional support when natural methods aren't enough. The most important thing is to take action. Don't just watch this video, nod along thinking this is interesting information, and then do nothing. Your body is sending you signals right now. That fatigue you feel isn't just stress or poor sleep. That blood pressure reading isn't just bad genetic luck. Your body is telling you something needs attention. Start with one change this week. Just one, add more leafy greens to your meals. Commit to a 30-minute walk 4 times this week. Practice nasal breathing consciously throughout your day. Small, consistent actions compound over time into significant results. If you're interested in learning more about high-quality nitric oxide, supplements that combine the most effective ingredients in research-backed dosages, I've put together detailed information in the link below this video. You'll find specific product recommendations, dosage guidelines, and information about what to look for when choosing a supplement, so you don't waste money on inferior products. This information has the potential to change how you feel and function every single day. But only if you act on it. Your cardiovascular health, your energy levels, your mental clarity, your overall quality of life, these aren't things to put off until tomorrow or next week or next year. I encourage you to click that link below and explore the resources I've compiled. See if a nitric oxide support supplement might be the right next step for you. And regardless of whether you choose supplementation, commit right now to implementing at least 2 of the natural strategies we discussed today. Your health is worth the investment of time and attention. You deserve to feel energetic, clear-headed, and capable at any age. Nitric oxide optimization isn't about fighting aging or chasing youth. It's about supporting your body's natural functions so you can live fully, actively, and joyfully right now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.